Alright, try this again.
Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence! I won't listen! False! I refuse to vote! Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence! I won't listen! False! You're corrupt! I refuse to vote! I refute you! False! You're corrupt! Show me some evidence! I won't listen! I refuse to vote! Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! Show me some evidence!
This should prove it!
Yep. Great.
If my thinking so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case,
Why,
we can
Mondo?
just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah, I did it. I killed him.
Bro, seriously? Well, unless he confessed like a man.
Bro! What are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just... give up.
Mondo.
Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that!
Boy, he's going out like a man.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or
Well,
the
you just confessed
dreadfully
it.
wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
I thought Mondo was gonna be like the last one to survive. No, Mondo, that was my homie. Mobara.
What?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, this time it looks like you got it right again. Yes, it is. So the Blackened that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was Mondo Owada. She looked up to you, man.
Unbelievable.
In case you're wondering, the vote was not anonymous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Shimaru. You need to be more careful. I refuse to believe it. There's no way he'll kill someone. Sorry.
What
Why are
is
you
this?
apologizing? Why? Why did he do it?
Now then.
Well, it looks like Mondo's taking a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually,
The story of the murder this time is a sad story of two men. But for anyone who doesn't really want to hear, you can just trigger one to fast forward the text. Anyway, there was once a young boy. His name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferior call regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak, even though you're a boy. He heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and buried himself further and further in that weakness. To take on the fragile form of the petite young girl, he had chosen that as his way out. Now, nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy. But no matter how tight he wraps himself up in that shell. The inferior conflict had already taken root deep inside of it. It was not so easily weeded out. As it turns out, the shell was completely empty. The conflict didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak.
Weak.
Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, the world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. Which of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dressed like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter what the cost. Don't tell me he tried to kill. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair.
what?
And yet,
I'm sorry.
sorry, I didn't want to talk about it right now.
But
I also don't want these things away there, so maybe I can talk about later. Oh, that's. And after I try and best to become strong, then I can tell everyone. No, he uses the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
that's right.
Now's
I
my
want
chance.
to change.
I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, it'll be okay, I'll get better. With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action, and so then he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his body and his mind and body, but sadly, that'll be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone's help, but he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask them to help him from there. And that person he went to,
Yeah, that's right.
it was me. Yep, it sure was. The biker gang fella had been painful how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to. True. Maybe talk to Mondo about it will help give me some courage, so he would ask Mondo to help him become strong. That was his aspiration, and he thought that only with Mondo's support would he be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then, that must be why Mondo did what he did, to keep the promise he made to Chihiro. Huh? Did what he did? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room to the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Wasn't that to cover up what he's done? Yeah, I don't get
Certainly.
it. That could have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. Real purpose was to keep promise between men. He's made to cheat. But how does moving the body keep a secret?
Because
if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been urging about how locker room, right? Once that's sort of, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity, so he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girl's locker room and stealing his handbook. See, that Mondo did all that to keep the promise he'd made for Chihiro, who he'd also killed. Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why did you? Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is this?
It's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone. It's impossible.
Don't make me repeat myself.
How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standard, it's the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can't. That's all there is to it. Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you? The embarrassing memory of the secret he didn't want anyone to know? You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother. What? Oh, he did say he didn't want to talk about it. Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had a chance to join the gang in the first place was because of his search in someone. His own brother. Mondo's older brother's name was Daya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo even got a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he intimidated him in everything he can. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the characteristic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang, and before anyone knew it, it had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, #1 in the gang, and his number two, his younger brother Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy, but when Mondo started thinking about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation began to grow on Mondo's very soul. The kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created his gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Did someone like that really be our leader? All that would do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo was the gossip and words of all the members of the gang, which is why
I
gotta get stronger than Daya. Just one time, no matter what.
Don't fuck with me.
I don't care what it is. I gotta come out on top. And on night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed away with reckless abandon, each for victory, and that took oncoming traffic. But suddenly, so he didn't actually kill him. Well, kinda. Not directly though. Laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. "My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry." Of course he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed what happened. "Hey kid, the rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. Cause it's a team, you and me, put together. It's a promise between men." He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone. Decided to keep the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang. In order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother, he could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident. And as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who'd bested his big brother. Daya was going to lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lies became the truth. He wanted to leave the team so bad, so he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I just...
I'm strong. Strong. And yet, as soon as our killing game began, he realized, no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. and then the hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. And at that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own elder brother. No matter, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I'd been carrying around, it all would have been for nothing. So that's why Mondo, after I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with the kind of fuzzy uneasiness it started dwelling around. I'd never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. If you can kill somebody, you should have killed Byakuya, his bitch ass. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into rock hard lumps of anxiety way down in my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry I lied to you, but why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden? Huh? Cause I mean, you've kept that secret. All this time, right? If anyone found out, you would.
But...
You're right, but...
I want to change.
I wrapped myself in line. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever. His words were like a knife in my gut. It felt like he was exposing the lie I've been living myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong it can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
So what, you're saying I should just say it?
What?
You're saying if I...
What?
You're saying if I really am, I should be able to tell everyone my secret? Huh? I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness, so to try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I've never had. So I was jealous of him, and that jealousy broke me.
What?
Are you making fun of me? I'm strong. Are you fucking with me right now?
No!
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I feel like I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did you want me to do? What am I supposed to do? Was I supposed to sit back and let my secret get real and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Damn
Why
you!
did you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to...
No, I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right, I am strong. I'm strong. Strong. Stronger than you.
You son of a bitch!
Stronger than Daya. I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was lying at my feet, covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand, and I was just staring at him down on the ground. Oh, Lord. Hey! I killed
Chihiro.
Damn.
Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been.
He really looked up to you, too.
And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo, he was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from anyone. This was his secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like his, and it turned him cold-blooded. God damn it. Look at him, you see? You're all just like him. For his secret from the past, for memory, for that, he killed another human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free of his regret from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? Cause I sure don't. You bastard. Just show you son of a bitch. Go ahead, say that again. I dare you.
Yep.
Why? Okay. Anytime as I want. But unfortunately, I can't do that right now because it's punishing. No, you mean execution?
Well now, well now, well now, well
Oh,
now.
I guess I deserve the peaceful this
Ridiculous!
Hold on.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
Watch it, the ultimate biker gang leader. Oh wait,
Let's give it everything we've
Good
got.
job.
It's punishment time.
it's punishment time. Wait, Mondo.
Sorry, man.
Sorry, man.
I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
I couldn't keep made from one man to another. Bro, Mondo, no! Game over, Mondo has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. I thought he'll be like one of the last people to survive. We get run over by a motorcycle or car or something, I bet. Yeah, it's a motorcycle. There is Mondo kicking it like a man. Ryan with Monokuma. The Cage of Death. One last try for boy Mondo. No! Oh shit. Damn. The homie Mondo. Shit. Mondo butter. That's fucked up. Yeah, this was a long trial. Laugh at death and your soul will forever be at peace. It can't be. My brother. Another murder, another execution. I wanted to feel again. Everyone's life is taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Hey, I'll just let it happen. Saka assassin invaded our skull. We were each forced to realize once again. But he, of course, he had to. But just remember, this is the end of the game. Yakuya.
What is this?
It's clearly saying you know that the game, one of our friends is dead. Do you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course, because this game is life or death.
Hey,
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response except
However-
that. I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? It's obvious because it made things more interesting. His voice was calm, emotionless, and like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone. Last night when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
honestly,
So you ignored the nighttime rule too. That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to
there
it.
is nothing to be done.
Well, I don't particularly care. Please continue. The night grew late and decided to return to my room. Just when I stumbled upon him, I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. What? You mean you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool. He didn't have the slight idea that I'd seen him. Oh, shut up.
Well,
First thing you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning.
That's right.
Indeed, but if that happened at the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things up. You did all that to liven things up,
see.
but after hearing about Genesis Jack and Topher, you decided to use that to create the fake murder scene. But damn it, if we hadn't figured out who's really done it, you would have been dead too. Well, obviously, I would have revealed the truth before you reached that point. Of course. Bianca turned and looked me in the eye. I could feel sharp eyes piercing to me. Damn, chill. Thanks to Sister Marco, someone never did, and I was able to form an interesting experiment.
Interesting.
Once I do decide to become black, and I now know who I'll have to watch out for. What?
Correct.
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on. Something I'd like to ask for Kuma.
What's this?
Oh, I'm up next.
You
You like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is why? Do you like them? But you know, this punishment, this is not just for you. All of this punishment, all this is my gift to mankind itself.
what?
You're over-exaggerating. I'm not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transfer all hope to despair. What do you mean? Mean?
What the heck?
Mean.
Damn it!
Good grief, I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing. However, it doesn't matter. Then I'm going to stand alone as the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me.
Ooh.
I've never son of a noble family traitor, you'll understand me. I think this is starting a very terrifying friendship.
That's enough.
Shut up, I would never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Just let me say this. After I've achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to kill you, understand?
In the name of my family.
In the name of the Tsugami family, for which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all riled
so
up.
cool. Like you're the main character of a video game or something. So trash mob for you. Swear whatever it takes, I will kill you. Temper, sounds like someone needs a nap. When Coma laughed to peel across the room, across the courtroom, and the critic closed on the case of Chihiro and Mondo. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worship in spirit kept on multiplying. It was the kind of spirit that felt like a blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us. All of our courage, our efforts, our friendship, it felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring?
Wait, what?
Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
The traitor? One thing I like
As
to
long
ask
as
you.
you don't want to know my measurements, fire away!
Who is it? The 16th high school student. Wow.
My,
So there was a
my.
16.
You really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
Chapter Boys Left Despair. The end. Okay, now we just have 10 people left alive. Damn, that's crazy. To be continued. See a crazy diamond present. So sniff, sniff, sniff. What the heck is that?
I know I shouldn't cry,
It's Ivy. Ooh.
but
Except Armando.
I've had enough. I can't take it anymore. Getting out of here anytime soon, it's impossible. I can't let myself think about how much I want to get out of here.
Well, because she might, you know, she might shank someone.
If I keep thinking like that, I might decide to.
Yeah. Donuts. I need to eat some donuts. That'll cheer me up. Glazed donuts, twisty donut, jelly donut, cream filled donut hole, massive.
Okay.
Oh god, donut. I'm praying for a wonderful encounter. So I'm sorry. Please forgive me for again the nighttime rule. Right now, for me, donuts are absolutely necessary. Huh?
Huh?
What's that sound? Sounds like sound from the bathhouse.
But
I'm super scared, but it's someone there. What the heck? Is that? Oh, that's a girl that just died. Next Generation Legends and Santal, Galactic Hero. Oh god, the Fumi story. Someone after is that Hishiro? Someone after the conclusion of the second class trial. Phil met up in the dining hall just like always. I expect it's sort of like any other day. That's what expected, but today's kind of sucks, huh? Toko and Byakuya still refuse to show up. I haven't seen Miss Asashina anywhere. She's had a stomach ulcer, so she's taking it easy in her room for today.
oh,
That's rather unusual for no one. She thought it would make sense, which is exactly what makes me worried.
So then,
So it's just the 7 of us then. Look, it looks that way.
How about that?
Sound like this where the community chairman needs to get things going with a bang.
Impossible.
Or not. Still shocked. Tucker has said worse than everything that happened yesterday. One look at his face showed he hadn't slept a wink last night. Must be because of Mondo. Two of them became so close, and then he found out Mondo killed Chihiro. And then having to watch Mondo get punished, nothing he could do about it. But that was our boy. I like voicing him too. I can't imagine what it must have done to him.
well,
So I mean, what's gonna happen now? We haven't found any way out. We have no idea if help is ever gonna come. Now I'm like depressed just thinking about it. What's the 16th student, I wonder? Someone has to make the best of things, do our best, and get along and live here together in peace. Forget about the outside world and accept this new life. This is the only hope we have now. What, to live here forever? Here we are. Here we have every convenience. Here we have every convenience. We have food, clothes, or every need to seem quite dissatisfied. Let me ask this. What is it about the outside world that you long for? Competition, discrimination, victimization, violence, society goes, so does this provision. In which case, our current situation not. Team Angel, pretty punch princess. Huh?
here we go.
Thank you that you're a shop owner, the bunny ear Amazon, Kakarot, Dowboy, Robo, just in Galactic King. And what I mean is, there's no 2D here.
There is nothing to be done.
The mastermind put such base design to their advantage, bending you to their will. Okay, well anyway, since Taco's like touching on it, as the oldest one here, I'm officially stepping up to take the lead. So we're all gonna work together and spend the time of day searching the school. Searching.
I'm right,
Well,
right?
the class starts over and all. There should be a new place for us to investigate. Well, yeah, that's the trick. Maybe we'll find some kind of clue this time. Then once we're done, let's begin looking around. You have any problem with that, Celeste? They may very well be discovered waiting for us further. Maybe will be there may well be a discovery waiting for us, which may further enrich our lives here. No, to the point is to look for the clues. So we're starting to come together. She barged in and ruined the conversation.
You called for me, so I appeared.
Oh great, she's loose. Genocide. No one called for you. But how come it's generally joined not Toko?
Yes!
God, this place is just amazing. Plenty of place. I can just be my murderous self. That's why I decided to stop holding back and spread my wings. No more hiding in the cave for me. Plus, I have another battle to fight. The whole kill with split personality thing is so overdone. I gotta destroy that stereotype. I'll fight all day and all night to murder those 20 slanderous cliches. But you are a killer with a split personality. If she weren't here, my chances of fight will go up at least 10%. Well, you gotta back me up here. Even the biggest stars need the loop here to hold them up. It's crazy. Well, whatever else we do today, first we should eat. We can't do anything on an empty stomach. You're right, let's hurry up and eat so we can start our investigation. What the heck? So we're forced to eat dinner with the murderer, and after lunch, the very annoying meal, we set to work looking around the school.